and welcome to Breakfast with Vossi and Brandy. Talk about living the dream. 5 grand finals, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm still pinching myself. Just so lucky to be in this position again.
How have the few days been since the game, Liam? Everyone rested and recovered and ready to go?
Yeah, we got a couple of days off, so sort of just rest. And, you know, it's a big week coming up, so you sort of just want to try and switch off a little bit, like as best as you can. It's, it's a bit hard. It's pretty exciting times, but, yeah, sort of switch off, get a bit of time with the family and friends and stuff, and then, and then knuckle down now and sort of concentrate on the week.
Do you think playing in so many grand finals, 4 straight now, this coming into your 5th, does that experience help the build-up, do you think, or is every grand final just a standalone experience?
A bit of both. I think sort of knowing what the week looks like sort of helps you get your head wrapped around it. Like, you know, you've got a lot of like the fan day, your open training sessions, that sort of stuff. So sort of having that experience, you know, you're not sort of overwhelmed by it, but each year is sort of different than the last. So just sort of enjoying it as it comes, and just embracing the week.
Now, Liam, a little grand final tale from 2010 confirmed on The Fan this year on Fox League by Bo Scott that Darius Boyd was one that was taking an injury into the 2010 grand final and wore the bib at the last session, the captain's run, and Bo was so fired up he almost killed him in a tackle. Now, you have Nathan Cleary, you strike fans as a pretty intense sort of bloke. Nathan Cleary, are you allowed contact on Nathan at training with the shoulder, with the hand? What's his training load like there at the Panthers?
Yeah, no, he's the last couple of weeks he's been in fully. No bid for Nathan. They sort of just threw him to the wolves, and he's handled everything. So, when he's doing that, it sort of fills you with confidence. And he's been fine the last couple of weeks. So, I'm sure this week will be no different.
I guess the way he started the game against the Roosters in week 1, his first game back, Liam, where he came out of the line and put a shot on one of the back rowers. I can't remember who it was, but that'd fill you with confidence too. The way he did approach the start of that game.
Oh, absolutely! It's pretty incredible, how he goes about. That he can be out for so long and then come back and just not miss a beat. And I think it was Angus. He sort of set the tone from the get-go, and you sort of just knew that he was on. So it's just awesome to play alongside him.
Yeah, I want to pull back the curtain a little more on actual the secrets of Penrith, because I've never played top grade rugby league. Most of our listeners have never played it. Do you physically have a written game plan specifically for Melbourne? Will you have a cheat sheet of things? This is what we're going to stop. This is what we have to look out for. Does Ivan Cleary present a game plan like that, Liam?
Not really. We sort of, just sort of focus on ourselves, making sure we get our own footy right, and then, the opposition will take care of itself. Obviously, you respect each team, and they've all got their differences, so, there might be a bit of tinkering, but, we approach pretty much every game the same, that we just concentrate on getting ourselves right before anything else.
Liam, we were talking about whether players read papers. I don't know if there's papers hanging around training. Do players read, or do you get up your news off social media, or what? Would you read anything this week coming into the grand final?
I try not to. I sort of want to just block sort of the external noise. Me personally, but it's pretty hard. The world that we live in now. You obviously, see things pop up every now and again on social media. But this week you sort of try not to. You sort of just concentrate on sort of that inner circle and what they've got to say, I guess.
Yeah, well, it presents its challenges though. Okay, I'll ask you. Let's work our way through it. Let's do a checklist. When's the last time you bought a newspaper, Liam? Would it be
bought a newspaper?
Yeah. Actually, physically bought the paper.
I don't know. Probably a physical paper, or maybe. Yeah. I reckon maybe 2 months ago. I reckon.
Okay, all right. 2 months ago, the news was still pretty positive.
So
but
you
walk into a cafe, they could be lying there. You see a headline, something about the Panthers. Do you pick it up, read it, or you just go, I don't want to see that. I'll ignore that. Don't want to read it.
You just sort of read the headline and you just keep scrolling. So, you sort of just don't really worry about it.
Okay. Okay.
It's a hard world to avoid. There's a lot of
content.
It is. Like it's social media scrolling.
Liam, do you think there's any players, any Penrith players, that don't have social media? So is there anyone that doesn't know what's going on in the world and they ask the other players the questions? Like, what is happening? Like, is there any of that?
Well, I think there is a couple of boys that sort of, I think they go through stages of, sort of get rid of their social media, and then probably not so much like footy stuff, but we'll be talking about something else that we sort of see, and then they'll be like, oh, what's that? And you sort of just tell them. But, I don't think a lot of boys here sort of, I think they're pretty similar to me. They sort of block that external sort of noise and try and not read into it too much.
Well, I'll throw some noise at you. Are you aware? Is everyone fully aware? Because, see, I'm a student of the game, Liam. I love stats, love the history, love the game. The Dragons, 56-66 inclusive, won 11 straight. No team outside of them in the history of the game has won more than 3 in a row. Is everyone aware of that fact? That the history that beckons, that calls for this squad for Penrith?
Yeah, we're obviously, sort of aware of that, and it's pretty amazing, to be in the position that we are. That's a possibility. So we do sort of know about that, and it'd be pretty awesome if it eventuated.
Liam, the team has had a little theme that they've based final series around in the past. What is the theme that the Panthers are using this year? And I guess the fact that Jerome Luai and James Fisher-Harrison, Sania Taruva, but particularly James and Jerome, have been a massive part of the club. Is that at the forefront of what's happening and the motivation for this year?
Like the theme, you just have to wait and find out, I guess. But, it's certainly the fact that those leaving. So, no, they're sort of, a big part of what we've built here. And, we're going to miss them immensely. But as sort of Romy has sort of alluded to before, that, like, you just, each day you sort of just enjoy it with each other. That we haven't got too many left. So, just enjoying the moments together and just in each day, sort of taking as it comes.
All right, Liam, well done. You handled that short ball from Brandy. You got out of the way, let it go through to the keeper. Now I'll throw one at you. Liam, you do get under the skin of players, and you've admitted that. That at Origin, you fire up, you do. Who's the player you're going to get under the skin of in the Melbourne side?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I don't really pick a target. I just sort of, whoever's got the ball, I guess, I'll be going after. It's just, I sort of try and not concentrate too much on one person. Otherwise, I'll probably sort of get the blinkers on. So, I'll just be going mad and just going after whoever.
You fended the short ball. You fended the short ball. So Cameron Munster, the dummy, he's got a bit of lip. Cameron's got a bit of lip, and there's a bit of Origin rivalry there. And in the past, you have said you and Cameron, well, you weren't even mates when you went away with the World Cup, I think. Will Cameron be reserved for a little bit of mayo or mustard this week from you, Liam?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we always have great matchups. With throughout the years. So I always enjoy coming up against him. He's an ultra competitor, and we always have great battles. So I can't wait for that one this Sunday, and I'm sure we'll both be ripping in.
Liam, a couple of texts coming in from the listeners. What was the last prank that you pulled, Mr. Martin? This one.
Last prank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who have you annoyed recently?
I'm trying to think. Last prank.
Just you don't have to remember the prank, or you have, yeah. Okay.
It was on Matt Eisenhuth last week actually, but he got me first. It was a bit of retaliation, so
bit of payback.
Bit of payback actually. So yeah.
Okay. Dunny said, "Can you ask Liam if all the old ladies are mad he stole their haircut?"
What?
Yeah, I've been copping that. Apparently, my family reckon I've been getting perms, so No, it's
It is
all natural.
It's looking pretty woolly.
Yeah, no, it's got to go. I'm getting sick of it. So after the weekend, I think it might be gone.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there's our clickbait headline. Liam, you've just provided a headline now. By the way, South's won 5 in the row, has been pointed out, 25 through 29 inclusive, the Rabbitohs. Outside of that, no one has done what you're about to do.
Were they grand final? Were they actually grand final years,
yeah, exactly.
or were they just first past the post?
Not mandatory grand finals necessarily until 1954 did we have the mandatory grand final wins. I don't know whether we're going to get much out of you, Liam. You've become such an accustomed media performer. Then, yeah, I will ask a general question, right? In light of what happened last weekend with Nelson Asafa-Solomon, a very first tackle. In fact, the first tackles of this final series, don't look away, something can happen. Has that been addressed? That if Penrith are the team kicking off, that when you charge down, Ivan will say, pull back a tad, fellas, don't get reckless. Is that likely to be said? Has that been said? Because we had the dramas first tackle.
No, not at all. Like, I think if you sort of try and sort of say that, it probably could go too far the opposite. And, you just want boys sort of going into it confident in their training and how they've done it in the past. Like obviously, we try and not be reckless at training and in the games and stuff like that. And obviously accidents do happen. But, yeah, no, I think he'll just say to the boys, approach it how you would any other game. So, I think Sunday will be no different.
Yeah, because, there's 1,000 kickoffs a year, isn't there? And not very often it happens where things go wrong, but they can go wrong very quickly. But I guess, Liam, your thoughts, if you run in for a collision, and it's very hard to bend your back, isn't it, in a kickoff situation, because you've got players generally coming from the side as well. You might get stuck in the middle. Very hard to bend your back to make a low tackle from a kickoff.
Yeah, it's sort of that sort of high collision sets the sort of tempo of the game. But yeah, as you said, it's sort of like a weird one that there's a lot of momentum from both sides coming into the tackle. But like as you said, we do thousands of them a year, and you sort of know like how to approach them. So accidents do happen, but that happens in sort of every tackle. So I don't think you can really sort of change anything, I guess, in how you approach it.
All right. Getting a little personal, who's the last member of the family you'll speak to before the grand final on Sunday? Is there you do a ring around to family, to mum, to people back home? What's the order of events?
I don't really do like sort of set. I talk to this person and this person. Obviously my partner, like she'll wish me good luck and whatnot, and then mum as well. So I'm not too sure who'll be the last one, but no doubt I'll be talking to both of them on game day.
Before you go, Liam, because I always say Liam Martin's a really intelligent guy, and even though people disbelieve me, I say no, really. You went really good at school, didn't you, Liam? Like you really well.
Yeah, I went pretty well. Don't be
shy.
I sort of enjoyed school, believe it or not. Like most people, as you said, sort of laugh when they hear that. But no, I enjoyed like sort of my education and sciences. Like it sounds bizarre, but I was actually an undercover nerd.
Undercover nerd. That might be the new nickname, the undercover nerd, Liam Martin. By the way, Brandy went really well at high school, so much so he stayed there for 9 years. Which is, so it's great to work with Brandy, the opposite of the undercover nerd. In fact, you can just drop the undercover bit. Liam, it's been great to have you on the program. Again, you quite obviously appreciate the position you're in, and it is living the dream stuff. It's an amazing achievement just to make 5 grand finals. We wish you all the very best for Sunday in your quest to win 4 in a row.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.
Liam Martin, for a whole bunch of players playing their 5th grand final. Brandy, I was speaking to Liam there, and we saw a vision of Stephen Crichton the other day. He was there to support Brian Thomas. Those that have left the club,
Yeah.
Would there be any part of them saying, "Oh, I would have taken 100, 200,000 less to be still part of this"? I know that's a big hypothetical question, maybe one for the listener, but how much money would you forego to still be part of this at Penrith, Crichton, Kickow, Burton, Coruscant, potentially, others?
Well,
what do you think?
Well,
because they all got well paid elsewhere.
I guess the year that the Tigers had, another very difficult season, it must flash across Appy's mind. Occasionally.
Alrighty, we've got Lee Hadji-Pentelis coming up on the program from Bryden's Lawyers. We're talking scams. Let us know on the text any scams that you've been wary of or questions how to deal with it legally. Let us know right now on the text line 0457 736 736.